Hello, hello, hello. This is our channel, Ify's African Fashion. Yes, Ify's African Fashion is a fashion designer. I design clothing for the men, for women, for ladies of all kind, for events, for kiddies as well. Yes, fashion these days is really tough. Everybody wants to look unique. Everybody wants to look different. Everyone wants to look amazingly beautiful and stand out in their own way. Yes, if you go to the shop and buy fabric, a lot of fabrics are being made in the shop, but they are produced in quantity, as in a lot. You see one design being produced 100 pieces. So you wear that thing out, and somebody else is wearing exactly the same kind of thing you wear. Some ladies don't want to be like that. They want to showcase their own design in their own unique way. That is where Ify's African Fashion comes in. Yes. So today we are doing tutorial on how to cut a pencil dress. Pencil dress. So with a kind of a fashionable sleeves on it, tight, and it's a bit flary at the bottom. Please, if you are watching us for the first time, subscribe to our channel, and there is a bell on the side of the subscription. Please click on that bell. Yes, and you will get notification whenever we put our video on there. You don't have to pay for it. Yes, you don't have to pay for it. It's free, but you just get notification wherever a new video comes in. Yes, and we give detailed description of whatever we do here on our website on www.ifisafricanfashion.com www.ifisafricanfashion.com. Yes, so just click on our website to get a full details of whatever we are doing here on our studio, on our fashion home. Yes, so today's tutorial is on a pencil dress. So remember I said I'm working with different kind of dresses, fabric, African fabric, English fabric, fabric of all kinds. Yes, so today we are working on a stretchy fabric. You can see it's stretchy. So whenever I want to cut this fabric, you check which side is stretchy. Yes, it's a very beautiful dress. So we're making it better so you can wear this one for a party, for a dinner, and all that. Okay, I just want to give us a detailed description, explanation of what we have cut so far. Please, if you like our video, give us a thumbs up and leave your comment on the comment section. That will be highly appreciated. Yes, so this is we started the cutting from here. Yes, it's already sketched out, so we just want to explain how come we get this and how come we get that. So is the this is the dress itself, this is the shoulder, this is the armpit, this is the bust, this is the waist, the hips, and the lower hips. Yes, so first of all we check the stretchy side, which side is stretchy. So we started cutting from the stretchy side will be on the it will be on the physical side of the body. Yes, so we take the shoulder. Our shoulder according to our measurement is 15 actually, so we added our extra allowance. We use our tape. So there will be a join at the center. Yes, so that joining probably have a zip, invisible zip to be attached to it. So the shoulder we take off for 1 to get the shoulder, which is 15. Add extra 2. Then the armpit was 16 and a half, 6.5. Then to get the half length is 15. So from the half length here, because she's a model, so instead of doing the normal 8.5, we did it 7.5 to get the hips. So the circumference of the hip was 35. We split that 35 into 4. So our answer was 9.5 to quarter. It was 8.5 to quarter. So we take it and we add our extra allowance. Then from the total number, the total what we got here was the 11.5. Taking away the joining at the center, then did here 9.5. Yes, so that was how we got that. So we have to cut a facing for it. For the back, then we have the front. This is the front. So we did the same thing. The measurement of the hips, the measurement of the bust, the measurement of the waist was splitted. So the bust part, then the blast top side is gonna have a half length. So you can see on the cut how I sketch out the bust curve. So from the shoulder to the half length was 14. So I measured 14, I tick. So the center bust is 10. I tick, so that was the starting point. So from here, the measurement of the bust cup was 7. So which is the center is this. So I took off from here. I took off 1 inch from the side and this side. I did the same thing on the up, and that was how I got this. Yeah. Then the neck is more like a sweetheart neck. So the neck, the wideness of the neck is 4. So why the length is 8. So as you see, it's a kind of curvy, but you see it clearly when I'm putting it together, when I'm sewing it up. So I cut this one as the facing inside on the half length of the front. So I stick my violin on it, yeah, to make it a bit stiffening, comfortable, and very strong when you look at it, and it will sit nicely on the body. So that is that for the front and for the back. So now I want to quickly cut the sleeves. So I want to cut the sleeves. So the length of the sleeve is a kind of more like a long sleeves is 24, but it will have a flare at the bottom. Yeah, so that 24 we take off 4 for the flare at the bottom, so which will lift our length of the sleeve. Yeah, you can see it. You can see what I'm talking about, the sketch of this dress, this wonderful and beautiful dress I'm trying to make. Yeah, you can see the straight sleeves. You can see the peplum flare on it. Yes, so I want to do the length here, then here we'll later cut this one later. So now you can see with the sketch. So now I want to cut the half length. So with the half length, we're gonna make it 20. I want to do 21 because of seam allowance. So on the side, I did 6. Normally it's 4 or 3.5, but because this one is gonna have like a pleat on the shoulder, so we need enough material on the armpit side for us to get that nice pleat. Yes, on the shoulder of our dress. Then the round curve of the sleeve, she's actually a model, so she's not that big, so it's 11. So we're gonna add our extra 2 inches allowance. Then for the bottom is 7, so we'll split 7 into 2 is 3.5. So we take and we'll put our allowance of 2 inches. We'll sketch. So the reason why I did 6 was for us to have enough pleats. Yes, for us to fix our sleeves. So you just iron it nicely. And start cutting. So that is one of the sleeves. So fold it again. While you are doing that, you must make sure you are cutting on the stretchy side, not the other way around. It's very, very important to observe that whenever you are sewing, you're cutting a stretchy fabric. If you cut the other way around, obviously it's not gonna work. You're just gonna start all over again. So to avoid that, so you need to check it, double check it before you start doing the cutting. Just want to iron it. Ironing gives it a very unique look at the end of making the outfit. So we cut the center. Oh, you can see I can feel the heat of the iron. It's very hot. But that's what we need for us to iron these sleeves nicely. So that aside, now I want to cut the flare. Yes, at the bottom of the sleeve. So fold it. We check our front and back. This is our back. This is our back, and the front is folded inside. You can see the front is inside, and this one is outside. So I folded it into four. So I'm folding it again. So remember, I did the other one instead of 24, the actual length. So I took off 20. So this one will be 4. But remember, we need our seam allowance. I just want to take off like 2 on top. Please, and leave like 8. So we'll cut it out. So you can see the beauty already is already coming out. So you can see. So we're gonna repeat the same thing to cut the other side of the sleeve. Okay, this is this facing of the back of our dress. So I just want to stick our cluster on it. I stick it on both sides, on the back of the fabric. I stick it on both sides on back of the fabric. This is our sleeves, the men's sleeves, and the one on the bottom. So the sleeve, and this is the body. Yes, so now we are ready to go to the machine and start the stitching of our lovely pencil short dress with the funny sleeves. Yeah, so this is the second phase of our shooting of our pencil dress. If you are watching us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell on the side. Leave your comment in the comment section as well. Yes, so in continuation of this, we want to turn the neck of the dress. We just finished doing the cutting, so this is the back. We want to turn the neck. The thickener is already there, so we don't need to do much. What we just need to do, I want to stitch it from the front of the dress. So 1/2 inch. Put your lock stitch on. So just notch. So this notch enables it to relax nicely. So after notching, we do the top stitching. So we push the joining on the side of the facing side. So you push it, open it up nicely. So you see the neck. See, this is how it looks after the turning and the top stitching. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side of the neck. You see, I'm always conscious of the front and the back. So I'm gonna place it again on the other side of the neck. I want to stitch it from the main fabric. And sometimes the main fabric is longer than the facing. They are sticking out, so you must avoid that. It's better for the lining to stick out than for the main fabric to stick out. Make sure it's 1/2 inch. Not too nicely. And as well. So do the top stitching. Yes, you must push it on the side of the facing side. See, this is how it looks. So the next thing to do is to join the shoulder. So this is the front against itself. You must place the front on top of the front of the other side of the back. So which is what I'm doing now. Once you place it, you make sure that both neck are equal. Yes, you check very well. Yes, once they are equal, join it. So you can see, this is it. This is the back. It's joined. Yes, as you can see. Yes. So that is that. You put it aside. So now we want to stitch the front. This is a lining, more like a facing for the front of our lovely pencil short dress. So start it like this. So it's already cut. It must be like more like an ½ inch. So that is for the lining. So I want to separate this one, but not completely. And this one is the main fabric for the cloth itself. So this is the back. I'm going to start stitching. So you can see the way I'm curving it is for the breast cup. That's why I'm curving it like this. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. So now we want to do the neck. I succeeded in joining the breast cup. So we want to turn the neck. So when we have our facing already, we just place it front. This is the front, this is the front. We place them against themselves. Then we stitch from the back. The violin is already sticking to the fabric. So all we just need to do is to sew. Sew it ½ inch. Make sure you stick all the joining. The joining must be open. So you must make sure stop on the center. So push our presser foot up, roll it around. So you can see, I just want to cross check if it's equal. When you look from this side as well, they are even, they are equal. Yes, so I just have to notch it. On the center part, you must put it very close, but you must make sure you're not going to cut the thread that you just stitched on. You must watch closely So while you're cutting, you must make sure you don't cut the thread that you just stitched on. Then you do the top stitching. So this is the lining side, which is the facing side. So your top stitching must be on that side, not on the main fabric. You open it up nicely and do the top stitching. So that is it. We're done with the turning. We just separated them now. So now I want to join the bottom of the dress and the half length together. Then before I join the shoulder. I just want to get the center to very sure, put these two together, make sure it's equal. Once it's equal here, then what do you do? You notch, that's the center. We do the same thing for the lining to get the actual center. So that's the center. So succeeding in getting the center of the front and the center of the back. Okay, this is the back, so I'm going to get the center. So I place it. Remember, we're not going to put that. You must make sure the both notched are same. So the way I jump from the center, I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Yes, so I just have to join from the center to the other edge and from this other center to the other one. So while I'm joining that, you make sure you stick all the joining of the first cuff open. You must make sure it's open. We're done with the joining. So now I want to join the shoulder, the front and the back together. So you push this in nicely, you open up the back, you place it inside, then make sure it's right at the end, then you fold it in. Then more like you are turning it with the lining of the back. the facing of the back, but closing it with that of the front. So it thereby makes it to have a nice finishing inside after the joining. Must make sure you use the back to cover the front when you are joining the shoulder. It's very, very important. You can't do it the other way around because it's not gonna come right. So you see, this is how it looks after the joining. This is how it looks, and this is the back. So it's giving it a nice finishing inside out. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Place the front, pull it nicely, place it inside, close it up with the lining of the back neck, and make sure it's nicely closed. I just felt it that it shifted a bit, so I'm trying to pull it closely before I continue stitching. So sometimes when you think you've placed it nicely, immediately you want to stitch it to shift. You place it on the machine, on the needle, it will shift. So just take it out and fix it just the way I did now. You can see this is how it looks, and this is how it looks inside out. So we have joined we succeeded in joining the shoulder. So now we'll go to the table to do the setting. But before we do that, we just want to put pleats on the sleeves. Remember I said the sleeves is going to have a pleat. So before we do the setting, we'll put the pleat on the sleeves. For this, that's no mistake. Be very conscious of the back and the front of the fabric. I just stick the chalk. So starting from the center, so we're gonna start putting our pleat from the center. Pull it in. Stone. So from this side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then this one is on top. So I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. It has to be 8 as well. Let me see where it stops to make it easier for me. So let me start from there. Start putting it. That's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, so you can see this is the sleeves. I'm done with the pleats. So it's 8 on this side, 8 on this side. So you must make sure that both pleats are equal. Yes, 1 at the center. Then if yours is gonna accommodate 8, it's gonna accommodate 6. But you want to make sure whatever you have on this side must be on the other side, so that both sleeves and both pleats will be equal. So now we are going to the table to do the setting. Then thereafter will couple our nice pencil short dress. Thank you. Yeah, so now we're done with the ironing. I just want to do the setting. Yes, I always said to get the actual measurement of the person in question. Yes, so now we want to start with the shoulder. The shoulder is 15. So we'll split it into two, then we'll start measuring from the center of the back. Here is a joint at the center which indicates the center of the back. Okay, so that shoulder, yes, is 15. So we'll just split it into two. It's 7.5. Then we tick. Then we'll take it from the other center. So we've gotten our shoulder, then the armpits. Yeah, so the armpit, I'm not gonna do 7.5, I'm gonna do 6.5 because it's, as I said earlier, she's a model, and secondly, it's a stretchy material. So we'll make it 7.5. We normally do for African material. Yeah, so the material determines the kind of measurement you will do. Yes, this is a stretchy material, so the armpits, I'm considering the size of the individual I'm making for. So we're making it 6.5 for the armpit curve. So I take 6.5, then you curve it from there to connect it to the measurement of the shoulder. So you connect it for the shoulder. You must make sure the neck sits at the center of the back. So making the fabric, your dress, equal when they are fitting it on. So let me cut off that of the. I'll cut off the shoulder, the armpit first of all. So that's our armpit. Yes, so you can just, to make it equal, fold it into two parts to make sure it's equal. Fold it into two to make sure that the two shoulders are aligned equally. So that has been done. So you cross check again on the arm side. You make sure the front is equal. Then it's folded from the center, and likewise the back as well. Wait. And so I'm cutting the other side of the sleeves. This is a very thick stretching. I have to support it with the other hand to cut. When you fold it together, it becomes very thick. So we have to fold it together with the arms. We have to support my right hand with my left hand to be able to cut it, to show how thick is it. And remember, I put a cloth stay on it as well, so it makes it even more thicker. So, but it will add to the beauty of the outfit eventually. Yes, I can see we have done our nice cut. So since we have gotten our armpits, I want to measure the bust. So the bust is 32. So when we split 32 into 2 into 4 is 8. Split 32 into 4. The answer is 8. We tick. Then now we get the half length. Remember, our half length is 14.5. So the measurement of the waist starts from the half length. So we want to do the waist. The waist is 25. So when we split it into 4, it's 6.5. Or a centimeter less. So we take it from there. So from there we get our hip, which is 7.5. So from the hip, now we'll now get the measurement of the hip. The measurement of the hip is 35. When we split it into 4, it's 8.5. So we take. So you can see our allowance is something else entirely. So where we're going to trim, as I said earlier, she's actually a model. So being that is very thick, I'm gonna pick it one by one to cut. We are trying to level the length because it seems the front is slightly longer than the back. So you want to straighten it. So we'll put a breast cap on it. We'll do that when we're fixing it on the machine. So the next thing will be a zip at the back. Is to set our sleeves. We want to set our sleeves in a way it's going to fit perfectly on the dress itself. We're going to make it in a way it's going to fit just perfectly on the dress. There's nothing much, it's just to recover it and make it a bit deeper with 1 inch. So 1 inch. Then I will check the side if they are equal. If they are not equal, then try to straighten it. That's basically what you need to do on the sleeve. Yeah, so now we'll go and do the fixing on the machine. Yes, please, you are watching us for the first time, subscribe to our channel. Yes, so I click the bell button on the side for you to get notification. Subscription is free as well. If you like our video, share it on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Thank you as we continue the making of our pencil dress. Yeah, so this is the dress now. So I want to start with putting the breast cup. So this is the breast cup. So you must sit, this joining part must point down. Yes. So you put it in between the lining and the main cloth. You put it in. Remember I said this one is gonna face down. I can feel the joining. So you pick up the joining, you join it on the side of the lining, which will use the facing. So you mustn't stitch on the feminine fabric, you stitch on this part. So after you have set it and you know that it's sitting at the right part, see, it's sitting nicely. So it's here, and this is the front. So you place the other one, make sure this one is punching down, and then repeat the same thing on the other one. So we are done with the both cups. So you can see how they look. Now the beauty will come out more when they fade on. So the next thing is to stitch our shoulder. I know we just did the setting, So the lock stitch you put at the initial stage must have been cutting off, so you need to put a new one to be very sure that when you are joining the side, it will not start losing out. Yes, so you just want to put a lock stitch there. Once that is done, we start doing the shaping. So we're shaping one side. Oh, I'm still gonna put a lock stitch here. So we're shaping the side of the dress. So you must make sure they are equal, but if they are not equal at the bottom, don't push it. Yes, so it's slightly not equal, but you can trim the one that is a bit smaller. It's not a big deal at all. So this one, we forgot to put a lock stitch after the stitching. I'm going to quickly put a lock stitch on this. Put the same stitch here so that it will not start losing it. And then we will still sew it. So just the way we join the side of the other one, we are going to do the same on the other side. The join of the both sides. As you can see, our dress is already coming out. Okay, so now I want to do the sleeves. I want to stitch the sleeves. So the round curve of the sleeve, I'm making it 8, so it's 4. So you split 4. So you split from the up. From down to the top. So you do the same thing on the other sleeves. Then once that is done, you fix the flare at the bottom of the sleeve. So we do the same thing. So we turn it around. So check the front. The flare. Yeah, it's at the bottom of the sleeve. So this is the flare and this is the sleeves. So you just put the front side to the front side and you stitch with 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm already sticking my needle. My needle is ready. The machine is ready to do the work. if it's slightly bigger, the flare, you just put a little pleat on the side, and it's still gonna come out very nice. This is how it's gonna look. Yeah. So I will repeat the same thing on the other side before I finally fix it on the dress. So we finished joining the sleeves, so we want to connect the sleeves and the body of the dress, the cloth itself. So remember, I say you must check the center, the notching. This is the notching on the side of the dress, and this one is the one for the side of the sleeve. So you put the both of them opposite and other. You must be sitting on the center. You must sit on the center. So this is the one side. So I'm gonna do the other side. So you must stop at this where you have the joining. So you must stitch on top of this joining. So the first one must start from here and end on this point. You take it out and start it from the center again and end at this point. So this plait will be free. Yes. So there is our sleeves. So we're going to repeat the same thing we just did here on the other side. So this is how it's coming out of my dress. Yes. So I want to put the zip at the back, then we'll fold the bottom. And we are good to go. We'll do the overlappings. And we know that our dress is very ready. So now I want to put our zip at the back. Yeah, we have done subsequent videos where we showed how to fix the invisible zip. Because I'm using the invisible zip. Yes, so it's not strange. It's not strange to us anymore. It's still the same way that I taught on our previous video. So we are invisible zip. Get access. Open it. And zip it again. So that's the zip. So now I want to fold the bottom. And after the bottom, 1 inch. there. We will now put our overlocking, iron it, and we are good to go. What a beautiful dress. So beautiful. Simple but very nice. That is that. We are done with the folding of the dress. Yes. I'm going to double the stitch. Going to double the stitch. Pencil. Our dress is absolutely ready. So just fold the hem the sleeves, and that is that. So we are good to go. Yes. As you can see, our dress is ready. So beautiful. You can see. Yes. So now we want to iron it quickly and put it on display and see how our dress actually looks. Thank you.